everyone, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Thursday's check-in. I'm here in Las Vegas, and by the time this video goes live, it will be my last night of dancing for this month, and I will be making my way back to California, praying that my plants are okay. I've been in Las Vegas for almost a month dancing through the holiday season, and since I left the collection in California, I am just kind of worried, or I am definitely worried about the plants outdoors. If you have been watching the news, or if you are in California, then you know the weather right now is really crazy, and I just hope that at least like the cactus and the succulents in the front of my studio are not soggy and falling to pieces, because I know the rain right now is really crazy. The patio, I mean, I'm kind of stressed out about my houseplants. I know they probably can take the water, especially since I have not been watering the collection for the amount of time I've been away. So I'm happy about that, but I'm really actually nervous about my cactus and succulents in the front of the studio. So I will share with you on next week Thursday's check-in back in Santa Monica how all of that went. And I definitely know for sure my patio is probably looking really crazy right now with the trash from the tree, and I'm pretty sure and hopeful that the plants inside of my studio are okay, and that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get back to California is water them. But this time of the year in California, it is not hot, so I'm not too stressed out about the indoor plants, but they definitely do need a water and all the plants in the greenhouse. So I do have a lot to take care of with my collection in Santa Monica, being that I've been here. And I hope you guys have been enjoying my Planting with Jewelyn Mondays, wrapping up my end of the year top 10 series where I highlighted 30 plants. So if you haven't watched this past Monday's top 10 plants, go ahead and check it out. I focused on house plants, and like I said in that video, as much as I wanted to highlight Hoyas, my big Monstera George, and my variegated rare plants that are expensive, at least in my part of the world, I wanted to set them aside and highlight plants that don't get a lot of airtime, and I tried to mix it up with both common, rare, and in-between plants. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing a little update on 10 plants. And so since I'm here in Las Vegas, I thought it'd be nice to share with you one of my house plants here that is doing really well, and this is my gorgeous Scindapsus pixis silver satin pothos. I am a huge fan of these trailing plants. They have a lot of personality, easy to propagate. Do I propagate from my trailing pothos? No, I don't. I like the way how it just falls and it kind of does its own thing. But if I did want to propagate from the plant, I would probably just take the longest section, probably this section here, and I would just probably maybe right here would be like a nice cutting. But you will see in this coming Monday's Planting with Jewelyn, editing Jewelyn, took a break from editing because the weather here in Las Vegas has been really crazy, and I decided to do, well, the first time ever here for the Las Vegas collection, bring out the plants in my room and let them have rainwater. So this was one of the plants that got rainwater, and as you can see, very happy. I think this is probably like the best condition this plant has looked like since I've had it in the collection. I got this from Southern California, I believe in West Hollywood, I'm thinking, and I absolutely had no problems. I like having this plant with me for when I do my photos and videos for my shop. I like having this plant with my jewelry and my decorative pieces. So this is one of the plants that I do use when I do my photos and videos, and I have never had any problems with this plant. And we'll see if I decide to add more pothos in the collection. I definitely am a huge fan. I love all of them. They trail really easy. So comment down below if you have the silver satin pothos. Do you love them, or do you find them to be common or rare in your part of the world? I just love that muted kind of shimmery shiny tone to it. It definitely has that metallic look, and it's nice and silky smooth soft. So I definitely like the characteristics of this plant, so I thought it'd be fun to share with you one plant for the week. And in the upcoming Thursday's check-ins in Santa Monica, I'll try to do the same thing where I can highlight one plant. I think that'd be really nice so that you guys get to see the collection at least one plant a week. What I would like to do for the collection before I gear up for my plant awards when grandma's back in California with me at the end of the month is basically probably I'm gonna have to do a big overhaul with the rain and then the trash from the tree. With me being absent all these weeks, like I already know I have my work cut out for me. So it's going to be a lot of cleaning and maintenance, and that is something that you have to deal with when you have a collection outdoors. And as much as I would love to have the collection outdoors styled and like in a covered patio or like balcony, that would be like my ideal situation for the collection, so it's easier to maintain them and they don't get trashed and dirty as much as, well, my situation in California. So that is going to be my big task, the first thing I want to do for my plant life beginning 2023. Comment down below if you have a plant checklist that you go throughout the year that you like to kind of do throughout the year. I know for sure I like to do before every season starts or end of the season, I'll go through the whole collection and I'll see what plants are doing good. If they don't look well, I'll throw them into the greenhouse and put them just in a nursery planter and just kind of forget about them. And that's the thing with plant life, you know, you just never know how the plant is going to do when you bring it home and it acclimates to where you are having it live and what situation you have it live in. So I'm definitely very fast forward into my plant life, very easygoing when it comes to plant stress, because I know years ago I would get so upset if a plant doesn't do well with me. But with my schedule and just where I am in the world, like say for instance my plants here in Las Vegas, if they don't do well, I find a place in my plant heart to accept what happened and then move forward and just embrace that majority of the collection is doing well. So I hope you guys enjoy this coming Monday's Planting with Jewelyn, because I just randomly decided to bring out all of the plants and have them have rainwater. I literally was like in editing mode with no makeup and sweats. It's super cold this time of the year in Las Vegas, so give this video a thumbs up for setting up today's video outside. I'm definitely gonna go back in my sweats indoors when I'm done filming this video, but I wanted you guys to see a different point of view since I'm here in the Las Vegas house and it's actually blue skies, because yesterday it was pouring, dumping rain. It was crazy. It was actually like scary to be outside here. So I definitely was a crazy plant person yesterday, bringing all of the plants out and like making sure they got rainwater, and I definitely know like they appreciate that, and it's something I've never done for the Las Vegas collective, so I took advantage of that. Comment down below if you do that when it rains. Do you guys bring your plants out that are indoors, outdoors to get rainwater, or do you like have a bucket and just sit it out and let it collect the rainwater? Because I feel like it's like spa day for the plants when I'm able to bring them out for that little treat from nature. So that was like the big thing of the week for my plant life, and I was able to like clean all of my plant shelves and like sweep and everything, because with plant life it can get a little bit tedious when it comes to plant care and keeping the space tidy. So I'm glad I was able to do that for the collection before I leave, and I won't be back here for a month, so I definitely am going to just put my attention, love, and care into the Santa Monica collection. And I will be creating lots of art for the upcoming season, so if you haven't, check out Jewel of Hawaii. Go ahead and check it out. I have 2 January drops. One is a really botanical fern type vibe, which is giving me like cottagecore vibes, and then the other collection that I'm dropping is tones of black, silver, and gold, a lot of moons and stars. And I know both type of styles are really popular when it comes to what people like when they shop. So I'm really excited to have the these new pieces drop for my upcoming pop-ups for January. Speaking of pop-ups, if you are in Southern California, you can find me this coming Sunday for my first pop-up of the year at Melrose Trading Post. It is my home market that I do in Southern California. I've done the Rose Bowl this past Sunday, but I decided to stay back in Las Vegas and dance, and I think that was probably the best choice because of the rain. I'm kind of nervous about taking the shop out this Sunday with the weather. I know it's definitely going to rain, but I want to, like, you know, get back into artist mode. I haven't created anything for a month, so my hands are definitely like waiting to create and do some fun things. I will be gearing up this month to drop the Valentine's collection, so you guys know what that means. Pinks, purples, reds. I'm going to be in those tones of colors, and I will share anything kind of like plant related. I definitely want to do a big decorative piece with some epiphyllum blooms. I'm really looking forward to doing that and working with my Hoya blooms and ferns. I just enjoy working with anything plant life when it comes to making my art, because I know they're very special. And for those of you guys who purchase anything from the shop, thank you so much for supporting my small business. When grandma comes back, she is going to be sewing more things for the shop, and I will announce that drop on Thursday's check-in. It's nice to be able to have my grandma do these special pieces for the shop and for the channel. To have a Planting with Jewelyn merchandise listed in the shop is very special, and grandma is turning 80 years old this year. I'm sorry, grandma, if I'm announcing your age, but I think that's amazing that my grandma is living and thriving in her golden years and still able to create, and I hope and aspire to be like her when I'm older, still creating. And I think that's definitely where I get my creative side between my mom and my grandma, is like they're very creative type people, so that's definitely where I get all of my creative juices from. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of Las Vegas and my thoughts for this week. If you haven't watched Travel with Jewelyn France, go ahead and check it out. I probably have a few more episodes because I do go back to Paris when I'm done with rural France, and then I take the channel to Stockholm, Sweden, London, and a few other places in Europe, and then I eventually go back to Africa to wrap up my travel year. So all of that has yet to be shown on Travel with Jewelyn on the vlog channel. So support the vlog channel. I work really hard to get out there in the world, and I know a lot of you guys are very, you know, nervous about me traveling around the world by myself filming content, but I've been doing solo travel for 15-16 years, and it's just as important to me as my plant life and my dance life and my artist life is being able to go out and travel and experience different cultures. And you guys, if you guys watch the vlog channel, then you understand the way how I travel around the world. But it was very nice to be able to, you know, get outside of Paris, because the last time I was there 11 years ago, I just stayed in the city, and this was like the first time I ever left the city and went into a rural part of France. And with that being said, I had no other option but to drive, and that was the first time I had to get a rental car and drive, because if you guys watch the channel, you know that I try to use public transportation, or in like really remote places like Uganda and Kenya, those type of places, it's like you need a driver and a guide to take you to these national parks. You can't just go pull up to the Serengeti or pull up, you know, to the national parks where the gorillas are and do your own thing. So a lot of the times I'm having somebody drive me. And what I did notice while I was driving in rural France is parking. Parking is a problem, you know, parking and then paying for your parking ticket and gas and all of that is just like a whole nother extra layer when you have to drive yourself in a different country. But that is my little shameless plug on the vlog channel. Check it out, Jewel of Hawaii. You get to see the behind the scenes of what it's like when I'm not dealing and adventuring with my plant life in the States. With that being said, I would like to take the channel again sometime the beginning of this year to do some plant adventures, so stick around for that. I know I definitely had a blast in the beginning of last year going to South Florida. I really love the plants that survive the travel across the country, and they're very special to me. Also, let me know in the comments, do you guys do that? Do you travel to go plant shopping, especially if you're in a part of the world where the options are not amazing? And I know I said this in last week Thursday's check-in, that when the weather gets better, I will take the channel out exploring Las Vegas to see what plant life is like, because it's been a while, but I definitely know the options are not really there when it comes to somebody who has a big collection. So I'm kind of curious. So maybe when I'm back here next month, the weather will be a little bit better, February, March, and I'll take you guys out to see what's going on in this part of the world with plant life, and if there's any cool plant gems that I can add to the collection. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me and one of my house plants in the Las Vegas collection, and I am looking forward to going back to Santa Monica, and I will show everything on Day in the Life of Jewelyn on the vlog channel, because I do daily vlog my life, which is like a whole nother thing. And I hope you guys enjoy hanging out with me on both channels. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads between the main channel and the vlog channel. You get a video each and every day. For now, it is going to stay with that current uploading schedule, but if I do decide to change it, I will announce it on Thursday's check-in. I will see you next week Thursday back in Southern California, and I look forward to getting my hands into the collection and gearing up for another plant season. Aloha from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Night Island. Bye! Happy planting! Hi to the channel, Hoku. You're busy playing in the sun. Jump, jump, jump. Woo! Good job. Yes, yes. Good job. Yay! Woohoo! Dance, dance. Spin. Good job. High five. Woohoo! Good job, honey. Just got my nails done today, and I wanted to totally share it on the channel, and forgot to mention it when I filmed. We have the Monstera and the Gloriosum plant nails.